Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for another video, and as you can tell, a bit of a change of scenery. So, over the last 2 days, been super busy moving, and the whole setup is somewhere else now. And I just finished, like, it's not fully done yet, but just about there, and I still have to put, all the red and black paneling back there, and I got some other plans too. The plaque's gonna go back there, of course. But, I wanted to make a video, first video in the new setup. We're going to be talking about Summoner's Choice 2024 Rework. So, if you're not already aware of what's going on, basically, Kabam had a vote for the next champ to get a full rework buff, similar to, like, Iron Man of last year. And the way they decided to do it was through Instagram. So, my theory for that is just, they want to raise engagement through one of the largest social media platforms, being Instagram. And so this is how they're going to do it. If we want a full buff, we gotta deal with the Instagram marketing. And it's kind of annoying, to be honest, because this game isn't on Instagram, like, voting for a full rework, like, Instagram is not the ideal place to do that, to get, like, the most amount of the community involved. Instagram is the last place to do that. But that's what they decided to do. So we have the results today. And then I did some research and polling on my own, and we're going to compare all that, and I want to just get your guys' thoughts on all of that. But before we go any further, I just want to say that, Cyclops and Doctor Strange, the two that made it to the final, I would love either of them to be buffed, either one, because let me talk about them a little bit individually first. So Cyclops, the thing about Cyclops is there's two of these guys, and that really sucked, because most champions for the longest time in this game that sucked, you only had a chance to get in them one time, but with Cyclops there was always double the chances to get crap. So that has sucked for a long time. And so with this buff, it's not gonna be like a Magneto situation. If it was a Magneto situation where both, like, red Magneto and white Magneto got buffed at the same time, if it was like that for Cyclops, new Xavier School and Blue Team Cyclops getting buffed, I would be voting for Cyclops. 2-for-1 special, of course, but that's not the case. It's just this one. And if I had to pick just one, it would be this one, because of course X-Men 97, this is the look, this is the vibe. It already looks straight out of X-Men 97. I'm not sure, but they might, tweak his costume to make it look like that even more. I know Fortnite, just did is doing a collab with Marvel right now. They have a Cyclops in there, and it, again, looks straight out of X-Men 97, so I think that makes a ton of sense to keep this look, and why it's this one, which is good. And, I think Cyclops has a lot of potential. I think, he just shoots beams. In that new X-Men 97 TV show, in the very first episode, Cyclops surprised me and impressed me for the first ever time by his fighting combat capability. Never before, in the entirety of the original X-Men series, did Cyclops impress me at all. He shoots some big laser beams, that's it. Nothing impressive. Nothing with his martial arts or his hand-to-hand that impressed me at all. First episode of X-Men 97, he uses his beam to, like, shoot and to propel him backwards. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh my god, that's incredible. And that could be so well integrated into Cyclops, into, like, a buff, as, like, either just a dash back animation. I don't think I'd want it for that, but it could be for that. But I think what would be really cool is like a counterattack, like an evade counterattack type deal, like with Elsa, for example, like when she parries, she evades and then you can counter with her, something just like that with Cyclops. Not having to be a parry, but in some way give him a little bit of a defensive threat and like a bit of a safety net on offense. I think that could be really cool. Plus, he's I think one of the only mutants with armor break right now in the game, which is very rare for the mutant class. So that's pretty cool. I wonder if that's going to stick around, if that's going to get changed, if he's the one that gets picked. Who knows? There's so many possibilities with Cyclops for a full rework. I think could be really awesome. But then we also have, man, the OG god of the contest, and that is Doctor Strange. So, man, Doctor Strange, let me tell you guys a little bit of a story with him. So, I started playing this game October 2016. October 15th, so halfway through October. I believe Doctor Strange 1 came out in November 2016. So I had just started playing the game. There was a Doctor Strange event. There was like an offer. I think it was like a couple thousand units or something for a crystal that had, increased chance to get Doctor Strange. I believe as a 4-star at the time. and I spent like all my units. I don't think I had to spend money for it. I think I had the units, but it was a deep hit to my unit stash at the time. And I got really lucky, and I pulled myself a 4-star Doctor Strange. And I just fell in love with the champion. He was so powerful. You know, Doctor Strange has 3 modes. He has an armor up buff. Before he was nerfed, that armor up buff was basically like perfect block. When you had that armor up active, you could block any and everything. It's basically like you just have perfect block. It's awesome. Just super strong blocking. For, you know, the power gain phase, he had, was it, I think it was lifesteal on hits, so he could start regenning. Or maybe that was with the special too, specifically, I don't know. But yeah, he had really fantastic sustainability, because I believe it was based before on the amount of damage that he dealt, and I think they changed it now to just when you hit, it's like a fixed amount. And then what was his last one? He had like power steal too, I think, some armor breaks, like that. So the damage was good, the utility was good, the survivability was good. Like, he was just such a well-rounded champ. He just had passive power gain with his sig and just be auto-nullifying buffs. Like, he was just so freaking good, man. For just about any situation, he was so fantastic. And but he wasn't, like, overpowered. He really wasn't. Like, compared to all the other 12.0 champions, Doctor Strange wasn't overpowered. He was just strong. He was like Onslaught of that time. That's how I would kind of think of him, as an attacker, not as so much as a defender. But he was incredible, man, and it was just very unjust what 12.0 did to him. It wasn't fair. It wasn't fair. For Thor, Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, you know, arguments can be made. They were crazy. But Doctor Strange wasn't crazy, man. He was just good. He was just good, and it was very undeserved. So that's why, for me personally, I want Doctor Strange to win a little bit more than Cyclops. For those reasons. You know, I used him. I had an attachment with him. I've never really liked Cyclops. I always thought he was kind of cool in the movies, but because he's been a stinker so long in this game, I just kind of disliked him. Until now, X-Men 97, I'm starting to like him a little bit. But yeah, so that's my little talk about both champions. Let's go ahead and check out who won. So we're just on Twitter right now. It was announced on here. I'm not going to pull up Instagram because I have Instagram like on my computer. You know, like, that's on my phone. So yeah. And the winner is Cyclops. So I'm disappointed a little bit. If we did go to Instagram right now, it is 50-50. It just says 50% for each champion, and there's like 20-some thousand votes, and I can't see how many votes. I think there's a way to see, but I don't know how to see how many votes for each champion individually and count it out. I'm not sure. But I did tweet out, where is it here? A little picture of it before, so you can see here. This was like a little bit before it ended, but over 20,000 votes, and it's just dead even 50-50. So Cyclops squeaked out the win. He did sneak out the win. And, you know, I'm not mad at it. I'm just a little bit confused because, you know, I've been doing my own polls, you know, for fun. And so, you know, the first one had 12,000 votes here. Blue Cyclops, you know, dominated by a pretty good margin, 54%. You know, the second highest was Captain America, 22%. And you know, I had a feeling he would dominate that, and he did. But then what I wasn't expecting was for the other side to be so one-sided. Doctor Strange, like 78%, 5%, 3%, 40%. Like, Doctor Strange just decimated his grouping, you know. And so, and then because, you know, the poll was 50-50 on Instagram for so long, I figured if I did my own poll with just Doctor Strange and Cyclops, you know, I didn't think it would be dead even 50-50, but I thought it would be close, you know, like maybe at most 55% to 45% for either champion. At most. Like, I didn't expect it to be any bigger of a margin than that based off of what I'm seeing on Instagram for 50-50. And yet, when I did my own poll, which, you know, has 16,000 votes, there's over 20,000 on Instagram, 16,000 for here. I feel like at least a third of that has to be the same players, you know, involved players in our community that are on YouTube that are voting in these polls. Maybe that's too much. I don't know. A couple thousand at least have to be the same. Can't be that many different people. Maybe it can be. I don't know. But 64% in my poll here for Doctor Strange to 36% for Cyclops. Like, those numbers just don't really make sense to me. I don't know, just something seems a bit off here. I don't know. That's why, again, I'm just not a fan of it being on Instagram. I don't know. And so now it just feels like Doctor Strange just getting screwed over again, man. He's losing on a 50-50 poll. Just barely, supposedly. Like it says here, edging out a victory in the final moments, man. Like, Doctor Strange is just getting robbed, bro. I feel bad for the good I genuinely feel bad for him. He doesn't deserve this, man. I'm sorry, Doctor Strange. Steven, you don't deserve this treatment, man. I'm sorry. I hope Kabam, because it was so close, you know, they still do something for Doctor Strange. But I don't know, man. I feel like it's more likely they'll just release a new Doctor Strange, you know, than revisit the old one and restore his power now. So this was his only opportunity, and now he misses out on it. So I feel bad for Doctor Strange. Sorry for Cyclops, but I genuinely feel bad for Doctor Strange. That might sound weird, but man, I've been playing this game for like 8 years now. I've definitely, you know, grown attachments to these characters. And I have very good memories of Doctor Strange from the past. I was hoping to make great memories of him in the future, and now just don't think that's going to happen. So a little bit bummed out, but definitely excited to see what Cyclops will bring to the table. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section down below. Love to hear your guys' thoughts on it all. Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think I'm onto something a little bit here? What do you think about the whole Instagram voting feel? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it should have just been an in-game vote for such an important buff to two such iconic characters? I don't know. I think it should have been in-game. But yeah, that's going to go ahead and do it for this video in the brand new setup. This setup will only improve. Let me know if you guys want to see like a little setup tour once it's all done, or like a before and after it's done too. I could do that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoy. Hope you all have a great day. Peace.